Hi, you guys. It's Ty. We're going to go ahead and just jump right into this. This was probably the craziest soap I've ever done in my soaping journey. And so I just thought, why not show you guys what happened? I videotape all my soaps, so I might just go ahead and start posting some. But let's get to it. So in front of me, I have a bowl full of like coconut oil, sustainable palm oil. There's some cocoa butter, some shea butter. This is my tried and true recipe, so I'm not going to hand it out, but I might just hand out some recipes later on. You never know. So I'm breaking up the coconut oil. It's been really cold and muggy here in Florida. And so I'm just breaking it up because it got solid again. And I'm going to be using the scent Salty Sea Air from Rustic Essentials. You guys, it smells so good. So good. I don't even know how to describe it. It smells wonderful. It smells like I literally am just laying on the beach. And it's so strong, so potent. You don't even need to use a lot of it. It's a fast mover. And you're just going to see the whole evolution of this fragrance oil in my soap. So I'm going to be trying to do like an ombre effect. And so I am using the color Blue Brilliance Blue from Nurture Soap. And I'm going to be using titanium dioxide. I wanted a really subtle blue, and so, but things just took a different turn. So this is my coconut milk. I like to mix it with my oils before I mix my lye-in. And you guys will notice that I have a horrible scraping addiction. I like to scrape my bowls and my spatulas a lot. See, I'm still scraping. I do aim to get all my videos under at least 12 minutes, but you guys, sometimes it's going to go a little bit over for me. So I like to hand stir it in first. And then, of course, I'm going to have my scraping addiction happen. And then, look, you can see my camera, you guys. And then we're going to plop in my immersion blender. I got a new blender, you guys, and I've had the hardest time like adjusting to it because I was using my favorite blender for so long. I always have 3 blenders, but I use one of my purple blenders as like, it's my favorite. It's like what I started soaping with, and I'm just having such a hard time adjusting to the new shape of the new blender. So I am blending my coconut milk. Did I say coconut oil earlier? My coconut milk and my oils together just to make sure everything is just, nice and smooth and ready for my lye solution. Look at that. It looks like milk, like you could drink it. Reminds me of condensed milk. But don't drink it. Lord jeez, don't drink it. Don't drink it, you guys. This soap took me all over the place, and in the hustle and bustle of making clips, changing cameras, I accidentally deleted the part where I added my lye solution, but you'll see a little bit of the change, of the magic of the saponification happening in the middle, but not too much because my batter's already pretty creamy. So I'm just going to speed it up for you guys. And I guess I'll give you guys a little bit of a timeout. I'll stop talking to you guys for a little bit. Give your ears a little bit of a break. intentions were for me to make each layer kind of thick so that the colors wouldn't break through. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to beat it into a heavy trace, a thicker trace. I won't say a heavy trace, a thicker trace. And then I'm going to pour off some batter into a separate container. And I'm going to use my mica from Nurture Soap, Brilliance Blue Mica. And I'm going to heavily pigment that soap. Listen to me. You guys, I'm just so hungry. I'm over filming this video. I've had a long day. So, yes, so I'm separating some of my batter. And I'm going to add some of my mica to it. I think I added about a teaspoon, I do believe. A teaspoon of Brilliance Blue Mica from Nurture Soap Supply. I love Nurture Soap Supply. I was a Mad Oils hussy before that. And now I'm just both of them. Both of them have me by, one has me by one ear and the other has me by the other ear. I just can't stop spending money. My husband really hates them. He really hates them. So this is where I made my little mistake. So when I added my fragrance oil, usually when you do layers, you should add your fragrance oil to the layer that you're working with and to that layer only. And as you go, well, as I learned it, as you go, you should add your fragrance to each layer. Lord, I don't know what soap demon possessed me that night, but I poured fragrance into my resting soap batter that you see off to the side, as well as the soap batter inside of my separate container that I was working with. And so in a little bit, you will be able to see what happens. My corrugated plastic mold, and a lady by the name of Janae Tires, I can't pronounce her name correctly, I'm so sorry, or I'm not sure if I'm doing it correctly, but her name's Janae, and she's in quite a few of my soap groups. And she posted, I don't know, a couple months back, this little nifty crafty idea, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna try it. And I tried it and I absolutely love it. I haven't done many soaps in them, but so far, I mean, they store flat and they can be washed. They can go in the dishwasher, or I put them in my dishwasher. I liked it. Oh, you guys see that? You see that lump? Oh, that's all the fragrance that I didn't stir in. And then you'll see me and I start to realize, up, Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we have soap gremlins in the room. And so now here I'm stirring and realizing that we have a major issue going on. Beat the soap, because you know some fragrances that rise, some fragrances that accelerate can be beat back into submission. So I said, you know what? I don't care if anything's happening. I'm going to beat it into submission. And let me tell you, That soap beat me right back. That soap said, honey, you may be fast, but I'm faster. And so I got the genius idea to go ahead and stick blend something that's already going super, super fast, which is a no for me, especially with the recipe that I'm using. I have a lot of I have a high amount of hard oils. And so beating it got me my next layer, but it didn't fix the soap problem. And they were really, at this moment, my first layer, you can already see it right there, is super thick. Honey, it was already set up. So my idea was already out of the window. I sometimes I get so stuck on my idea that I still won't change it mid soap. And that's the case for this batch. But I learned my lesson and I had a very valuable experience with this soap. It's my fastest moving soap. I'm going to put it in the Hall of Fame. So I sprayed some rubbing alcohol on it for fear that my layers wouldn't stick because they're so thick. Now, I mean, it's past pudding. Okay. And I'm just going to speed it up because at this moment, I'm in panic mode, honey. I'm probably crying. My kid's probably crying. And so now I'm just rushing to figure out what are you going to do, Taisha? What are you going to do? And then that's when I made the conscious decision to say, accept my soap. And I was just going to do an in the pot swirl. I think that's my savior for all my soaps that I mess up. It's just like, we're just going to do an in the pot swirl. We're just going to make it pourable and we're just going to mix all the colors together, and whatever color it comes out, that's the color it's going to be. But it was at this point when I knew I was going to have to rebatch the soap. In almost 6 years of soaping, I have never rebatched a soap. And the reason why I've never rebatched is because I've never had a soap misbehave, especially not like this one. I've been lucky. I don't want to brag, and some people say knock on wood, but I've never had a soap really do any of this to me. So it was something new for me. So I said, you know what? I've got to rebatch this. It's not gonna work. So instead of dragging you guys through the entire video, I am just gonna go ahead and cut it right straight to the cut because it was just panic mode after that to get it in the mold. Oh God, Chris. This soap, bro. I'm gonna have to rebatch the out of this. At that point, I just knew I had to rebatch it. You guys heard the original audio. It was just a crazy, crazy soap. I mean, the absolute worst loaf of soap I've ever made in my life. And it smelled wonderful though. Like, I really, really wish it didn't look so bad. But I definitely had to rebatch it. Everything wasn't mixed up together like it was supposed to be. And so you guys will finally get to see the cut. And I'm just going to go ahead and let the rest of the video play out with music. But I hope you guys come back, see me do another batch. Hopefully that one doesn't go bad. And it's been real. You guys come back, hang out with me. Remember, if you are on Instagram, go add me at thesoapycircle. If you are on Facebook, go add me at thesoapycircle. If you just want to send me a letter of encouragement through my email account, I love letters. I love responding to people. And I'm also a part of many Facebook groups, and I enjoy watching and seeing everybody's creations. So I hope you enjoyed seeing mine. So enjoy the rest of the video and make sure to come back for part 2 where I rebatch this soap. Bye, you guys.